channel has ever had. We've waited 4 years for this. A sequel to one of my best performing videos ever. It was the first video to hit 100,000 views. And that is the World Cup prediction video. Now, this will be pinned on my channel for the remainder of the World Cup. We are about 2 or 3 weeks away, so it's probably around about the best time to put it out. I want to get it out there, pin it on my channel, and I want you guys to keep coming back to it like you did last time. Every time there's a game, whether it's England, whether it's the USA, whether it's Senegal, whether it's Argentina, Brazil or French, whatever it might be. Spain, Belgium, who else is it? Portugal, Uruguay. No matter what it will be, just to see how we got on in terms of the group stage. Now I'm using the Telegraph. They've always done one where you're able to go do a prediction video and then it layers where everyone should be based on the group stage. And then, you know, we get to the knockouts and we decide who plays who and who beats who, more importantly, and then who wins, of course. So before we do get started, I just want to say, drop a like on the video and please subscribe. There's about 45% of all of my viewers that are just not subscribed, and it really does help. Really does help. So make sure you click that subscribe button. If you want to turn notifications on, feel free. If you don't, she'll join. Less of that now. We're going to grab a quick drink. I've got a little glass here. I'm going to get a can out of the fridge. We're going to have a little bit of a drink. And yeah, we're going to get into this. Now I have some Fanta Fruit Twist. If you've never had Fanta Fruit Twist, maybe you're not from the UK, maybe you don't have it where you are. I thoroughly recommend it. Arguably my second favourite drink behind Pepsi Max. Listen to them bubbles. Anyway. Very nice. Very nice. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. Where are we? There we go. So, here we have the group stage. It looks a little bit different to how it's looked in the past. I know they've had like a bit of it. I can click reset. There we go. I was wondering how, because I clicked Qatar to see how it worked, and they put them at the top. Anyway. World Cup 2022. The wall chart and predictor. Will England and Gareth Southgate end 56 years of hurt in Qatar? Select first, second and third place in each group, and the winners of each knockout round to find your World Cup champions. So, I'm going to quickly go through the teams in Group A. We've got Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal and the Netherlands. In Group B, England, Iran, USA and Wales. I think that England-Wales game is going to be ridiculous. I also think the England-USA game is going to be quite feisty because of what happened in the last time we faced them in a group stage, which was when it wasn't Joe, it was Rob Green. Rob Green spelled it, didn't he? Group C, we have Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland. In Group D, we have France, Australia, Denmark and Tunisia. In Group E, we have Spain, Costa Rica, Germany and Japan. In Group F, we have Belgium, Canada, Morocco and Croatia. In Group G, we have Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland and Cameroon. In Group H, we have Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay and versus second place, third place. So, for Group A, probably going to start off with quite a controversial, well, it might not be controversial if you think about it. I actually think Senegal will win this group. I think they will beat the Netherlands. It's between these two for first and second. I think if the Netherlands really do pull forward, which they've looked okay, but they never ever tend to do too well when it comes to the group stages, like I've noticed, at least previous iterations of the World Cup and the Euros, you know, back in the day, maybe 20 years ago-ish, they were doing really well. I remember when Robin van Persie had the, Flying Dutchman header, they did okay at that tournament, but recent history, so the last decade, hasn't really been the best. So I'm going to go Senegal, then the Netherlands, then Ecuador, then Qatar, because I don't think, Qatar are only in it because they're hosting it. I don't think they'd have had a chance in hell to qualify if given the chance, or if they had to, they wouldn't even be there. So I don't think they're going to get too far, in my opinion. They could prove me wrong. We could have like a South Africa when it was there, and they got off to a flying start, and that was really, really entertaining. But I can't see Qatar doing too well, so we'll go Senegal, Netherlands, Ecuador, then Qatar. Now, this Group B. I've got to put England as favourites to win that group. We have to. We can't be thinking about winning the tournament if we can't think about winning the group. So we have to win the group. A little star there. Don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it's because we're from England ourselves. Second place, it's got to be between the USA and Wales. Now, I do think USA always tend to do a bit better. They sort of tend to overachieve almost when it comes to international competitions. But I still can't see them doing incredibly well, They've got the likes of Pulisic in there, maybe one or two others, but again, can't see them being the best. So I actually think Wales have got a better chance of beating the USA in terms of the group stages. I know I said that the England-Wales game might be entertaining, as will the England-USA game. I actually think the Wales-USA game might be ridiculous, because that is the game where they're going to have to battle for that second or third spot. They really will. So obviously in third place I'm putting the USA, and unfortunately in the last place I'm putting Iran. Again, another team where I can't particularly see him doing too well. Maybe might scrape a point off the USA, maybe even Wales, I don't know. But I highly doubt it. I can see both Iran and Qatar ending on 0 points, unfortunately. Moving on into Group C. Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland. Now, you've got to be putting Argentina at the top. In with a shout are Poland and Mexico. But I think Argentina are going to do very well throughout the whole tournament, and I do think they'll get far. It's almost like a Messi's last hurrah to try and win the World Cup. So in that respect, Argentina are top. Mexico and Poland are a tough one for me, because Poland will only play well if Lewandowski is on form. He always carries them. They do very well. But at the same time, Mexico aren't a bad team. They've got Lozano, they've got Alvarez in the midfield, a number of quality players. But I still think that a star represents how many times they've won the World Cup. I like that a lot. England have won it once, Argentina twice. I like it. So who do I put first? Either way, I think this is going to be one of the close contests for second and third. I think it'll be closer than Wales-USA. Personally, I'm going to go Poland, then Mexico, and then Saudi Arabia. It could be either way. That's a really tough one. It could be Mexico second and Poland third. But again, I can't see Saudi Arabia doing too well, and they've got to be bottom of that group. They have to be bottom of that group. I can't see them doing any better, personally. I just can't. So moving on to Group D, France, Australia, Denmark and Tunisia. And this is one for me where I think it sort of writes itself. So you have to put France at the top of that group. I think that's one of the easiest groups in here. Personally, that is arguably the easiest group other than Argentina, because I think Argentina has the run of all three of these teams. I just think that Mexico and Poland are going to put up more of a fight against Argentina than they like Denmark and Australia. So, second place, I will give it to Denmark. I think they've got a quality team. Eriksson in there. Who do they have up front? Kasper Dolberg. Kasper Schmeichel in goal if he's still... I'm assuming he still wants to play international football. Got a number of quality players in there. Third is a toss-up between Australia and Tunisia. I'm going to go Australia, and then I'm going to choose Tunisia last. I don't think I could name a Tunisian footballer at the minute. I really don't. Maybe. No, I don't think I can. And just based on that knowledge, I don't think I can see them doing too well. And then again, I don't think I can name an Australian footballer. Not currently playing at the top level. Hey, it's going to be tough. They've qualified both of them, so fair play. Moving on to Group E. Group E, we have Spain, Costa Rica, Germany and Japan. Now, this is tough. It could be Spain on top, could be Germany on top. All I know is that it's going to be one of them. It's going to either be Spain or Germany. Now, going off recent form, I think Germany will edge it out. But Spain internationally for the past couple of years haven't been the same since they won it back to back to back, I think, when it was like World Cup, Euros, World Cup, or Euro, whatever it was. Spain won a couple in a row. But yeah, so I think we're going to go Germany, then Spain. I just think Germany have the biggest chance in that group. You know, they've won it 4 times previous, so it would have been Euros, World Cup Euros for Spain, I think it was, when they went on that run of international competitions. With the likes of Xavi and Iniesta in your midfield, you're gonna do well. Germany have such a young side that have just started to come into their prime, so the likes of Kimmich, Goretzka, Gnabry, you know, Sula, Boateng on walls at the back, players like that. Neuer's still in goal, incredible goalkeeper. Werner up top, that would be very nice, and I just think Havertz, players like Havertz, that would be very good up top. I just think they've got the edge in that group, and then it comes down to Costa Rica and Japan. I'm going to give it Costa Rica, just because I think Navas in goal is going to be having a worldie against Japan. I think he's going to be able to save so many more chances than maybe Japan's goalkeeper, which I'm not too sure on. I think that the Costa Rica defence will be able to handle Japan more than the Japan's defence will be able to handle Costa Rica. Either way, Costa Rica then Japan. But again, that could go in either order. Japan may end up having a lucky win against Costa Rica, and then that puts them above them. So, yeah. Group F, I actually think this is the closest group that there is. There's not one standout team for me that's like, yep, they're winning it. But I am going to give it Belgium. I just think their squad is a lot deeper. They have more depth to their squad. And if Lukaku plays well, he can play well. If Hazard plays well, both Thorgan and Eden Hazard, both of them can play well. Munier, if he still plays on the right-hand side for Belgium, Courtois in goal is levels above Croatia's goalkeeper. So yeah, I do think that Belgium will edge that group. But in second place, I'm going to give it Croatia. I just think, again, compared to Canada and Morocco, they've just got a better, richer squad in terms of personnel and ability. So in that respect, you've got to sort of give it Croatia. But again, this could fall in any order. I think Group F is where we may see the biggest upset. It's either going to be the fact that one of these main teams don't qualify for the round of 16, which would be huge. But at the same time, Group F, we might see Morocco, you know, win 2 games off the bat, gain a bit of momentum and think, you know what, they're going to go on a good run. But I'm going to give it Canada, then Morocco. Canada with the likes of Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David up top. I think they could go on a bit of a, there's key players in key areas for them where I think Morocco doesn't necessarily have that, other than the likes of Hakim Ziyech, really. So, yeah, we're going to go with that. Belgium, Croatia, Canada, then Morocco. In Group G, again, clear standout winner here, Brazil. They've got to be favourites along with Argentina and France for the World Cup, in my opinion. Number one favourites, Brazil. They've been firing Jesus, Firmino, Neymar, midfielders of like Fabinho, anyone you can think of. Centre back, Thiago Silva, one of the most underrated players of this generation. Hey, Alisson in goal, Ederson in goal, whichever one you want to pick. Both of them have won the Premier League. It's unreal. The amount of quality Brazil have got and always have had is just nuts. So yeah, Vinicius Junior, World Cup winner, Champions League winner. Sorry. So yeah, number one in that group. And then it's between Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Now, I think out of all of these groups, the fight for second place is the most entertaining in Group G, because Serbia have got a fair few good players. Switzerland have got a number of good players. Granit Xhaka at the minute is absolutely firing up. Shaqiri could do well. You've got Jan Sommer in goal. Or Kobel, depending on who they choose to go with. They've got some good players, as do Serbia. I can't necessarily see Cameroon doing too well, but could surprise a lot of us here. I'm going to go Switzerland, then Serbia, then Cameroon. It could be close. It could be close between all three of them. It really could. It really, really could. And then moving on to Group H. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea. You got your likes of Heung-min Son for Korea, Suarez for Uruguay, Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva. I think Portugal have got to edge that group out just from personnel alone. They've got good centre-backs now in Ruben Diaz. They've got wing-backs in João Cancelo. They've got a goalkeeper like Lopez. They've got midfielders William Carvalho, Bernardo Silva, Matheus Nunes if he comes through. I'm assuming he's going to be playing for country. Hey, they've got to be winning that group, surely. I'm then going to give it similar to how Uruguay in the past. I think Uruguay are better defensively, so I'm going to give it to Uruguay, then South Korea, then Ghana. So really, I think I've put the number of African countries at the bottom, which might seem a little harsh, but I don't see them outperforming anyone other than Senegal, really. But they're, what's the tournament called? The AFCON. They won the AFCON. I think they've got a good chance to beat a lot of these teams here. I think Senegal are better than Wales. I think they're better than Switzerland. I think they're better than the likes of Canada, Serbia. So they've got to be doing a lot better. They've got to be pushing themselves against the Netherlands in this Group A. So that's how we look for the group stage. Let's move forward onto the round of 16. So it leaves us with these matches. If these teams finish exactly where I've predicted them to finish, this is the games that will be played. These are the games that will be played. Senegal versus Wales. We have to choose a winner for each of these. I'm giving it to Senegal. Senegal have got to beat Wales. There is no way in hell Senegal don't beat Wales. Sorry, Gareth Bale. Sorry, Aaron Ramsey. Sorry, Brennan Johnson. I've got to give it to Senegal. Argentina versus Denmark. Again, shouts of a clear winner here. We've got to go Argentina. They will edge out Denmark, and if not, that will be an upsetting match. This one is very close, and I know we should be battering the Netherlands, given the fact that the Netherlands haven't performed well at international competitions in a decade. England have overperformed, in my opinion. I think we've gone far further than we should have done. I'm giving it to England, just because I believe we should do it. We should. But a very tough game there. If it's not Netherlands, we'll end up with Senegal. And I think both of them games are tough. France versus Poland. I do believe France will win that. I think they've got 3-4 times the squad Poland do. They've got 3 people in each position better than the Poland squad, other than potentially goalkeeper and striker. every other position on that pitch, you could fill with 3 French players before you'd even suggest a Polish player. Match 53, we have Germany versus Croatia. Again, just that squad depth alone, and I think it will start to play a part when you get through to the round of 16. If you've got a game where you can rest maybe 2 or 3 very vital players to beat a team like Croatia, you do it, because as soon as you get through to the quarters, you need your best squad. So Germany for me win that. Brazil, Uruguay, a very, very competitive round of 16 fixture this is actually, because Brazil 5 previous World Cups, Uruguay 2 previous World Cups, and a very strong squad anyway, but Brazil should do that. Brazil for me are favourites to win it with Argentina and France. So yeah. Match 55 again, another very, very entertaining match early on into the, well, not early on, but at the midway sort of point of the World Cup. I'm gonna give it, I don't know actually. This could be one of those where it's like, it's a 4-4 game, and it ends on like the most ridiculous penalty shootout you've ever seen, or it might just be the most boring 0-0 game you've ever seen, and it goes to a shit penalty shootout, you never know. Just on experience alone and the amount of players they've got, I'm going to go Spain. I could be wrong with that. That could be another one. Very contentious. We'll have to come back to that, if it even happens anyway. But match 56, Portugal, Switzerland. I'm going to give it Portugal. Like I said in previous, when I was talking about the group stage, Portugal have a ridiculous squad depth. They have so many good players, and I just think they'll be able to edge out Switzerland, which pushes us through to the quarterfinals. Senegal versus Argentina. For me, Argentina have got to win that game. Senegal, you've come far enough, you've done very, very well. But I do think that Argentina will beat you. We have Germany versus Brazil. A very, that's 9 World Cups between 2 nations battling it out in the quarterfinals. That is huge. I'm going to give it Brazil just because, again, they're my favourites. I think Germany, if Germany do win that, it will be a 1-0. If Brazil win, it could be 7-0. That's going to be a feisty game, remember, in that game. Ooh. And again, injuries may occur. Germany might lose like 3 or 4 players to injury. Brazil might have a full squad. You never know. But I think just based on what we know now and the team that's probably likely to go, Brazil should beat Germany. Just. And it comes on to England and France, and this is where my loyalties must be laid to rest, because I think even if we reach the quarterfinal, I think that's fair. I don't think we've underachieved if we reach the quarterfinals. I'm giving it to France. I know that might upset a lot of you viewers at the moment. I am giving it to France. The French have an incredible team. They're one of the more likely ones to win it. Which means actually we come to an Argentina-Brazil semi-final down here. We'll get back to that in a second. But I had them for the finals, but I don't think they can get to the final. That's going to be tough. We've got 2 South American teams here, and what is going to be 2 European teams here. Wow, I love how that's worked out. But I've got to give it France. I'm sorry if England reach the quarterfinals. I'm going to be a happy Englishman. I think that's great. I don't think we can win it under Southgate. I think he's the biggest bottle job you've ever seen. I think his tactics are all wrong, and the way we're going into this World Cup is horrendous. We played the most disgusting anti-football I've ever seen. That's a rant for another day, but we can get into it. There'll be a video next Wednesday actually talking about the team that should go to the World Cup and how I would set them up. So yeah, that's going to be cool. And last but not least, for the quarter-finals at the very least, is Spain and Portugal. Now, although Spain have won it before and do have won World Cup, I think Portugal have a better team than Spain this year. I just do. I think that this Spain team is very inexperienced in terms of international competition. I've got to give it Portugal. I think they've got a much better team. Like, if you were to name centre-backs, I think Ruben Diaz beats PK nowadays. Ronaldo still outperforms a lot of the Spanish wingers. Silva, Matias Nunez and William Carvalho are better than any of Spain's midfielders. Other than maybe Thiago. If he's fit enough to even go. I don't know if he gets picked, I don't know. But that leads us into the semi-finals. Now this one, match 62, I've got a clear winner, but this one I really haven't. I'm giving it to France. I feel like France do beat Portugal. I think that would be... If France lose to Portugal, then Portugal must have had either a lot of momentum or just really outplayed them. But we have Argentina, Brazil. I'd love to see Messi do it. I would love to see Messi win. But I'm giving it Brazil. I think Brazil's team outperforms Argentina's. And if Argentina were to go out the semi-finals, I'd say that was a good run. I think Argentina's midfield is not great. I think attacking-wise they have abundance of options. Messi, Dybala, Lautaro, Martinez. Di Maria, if he goes, I'm not sure if he'd go. I personally probably wouldn't choose him at the moment, but you never know, they always tend to take someone like that. I just think their midfield gets outplayed by the whole of Brazil's team. Which gives us a final of Brazil and France. Now I've said that France have an incredible team, but I think Brazil have to go and win this. I think that's how that should work. So, the winner of the World Cup, based on my predictions, is Brazil. So, if we have a look at the stats down here, actually, most predicted to win by the readers is Argentina or Brazil, and then England. 20% of people also chose Brazil. That's 1 in 5. I just love... this is going to be a mental World Cup, looking at the teams that are going. The minute we hit this round of 16, we have got some mega games. We've got some ridiculous games. Because, like I say, if the Netherlands end up top, Netherlands beat Wales and England beat Senegal. We then go to Netherlands, Argentina, who win it. We lose to France. And it ends up exactly the same. France, Brazil, Brazil. We end up exactly the same. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy this. Keep coming back to it, see how the results do go. And I'll catch you later. Goodbye.